Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts and the Grounds project. Last time we built the Great Hall, which is at the actually bottom of this tripod right now, and today we're going to be remodeling essentially this entire area here. I was going to do it as part of the review for the Great Hall, but I kind of wanted to make it its own project, considering it's going to be considerably time consuming, and I did just want to get that review out there while it's still, the new time. I obviously have the Owlery in the background here, all of the 2018 to 2020 sets, the boathouse in front, which actually should relatively still be in the same location. Recently, I did add a base plate of blue, and I took away a little bit of the Hagrid's Hut area and the Forbidden Forest, primarily so I could do the arrival of the Triwizard Tournament. So I'm going to have the actual Dumbstrad ship there. I'm still going to have the carriage flying around the upper areas, so a lot going on in this video. We're going to be essentially paving some way for the future of this display, which I'm very excited about. The entire thing does span about 7.5 feet, I believe it is, and sits about 2 feet off the ground. Well, this portion is 2 feet off the ground. I am obviously just under 6 feet tall and I'm reaching up, so it's pretty high off the ground, which is why it looks like this video is elevated, because I literally have my tripod sitting over here so I can talk about this area, which is very, very cool. All of this has been redone recently, so I have a lot of stuff going on over here. My little Invincible display, I continue to just smack poor Adam Eve with my fishing rods every time I bring them in. But overall, that's what we're going to be working on today. Either modifying this to some degree, try and melding everything in. I'm not going to make all of these rock patterns match, not at all. We're going to be taking this down, and in the future I'll be doing the Great Hall comparison between that one and the current one, and then we're just going to try and meld this side in, either removing some dark gray bricks, adding some more. We'll see. I'm honestly not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing just yet, but we'll get through it together. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Feel free to check out the rest of this playlist. I finally made one just dedicated for the Hogwarts project and all of that good stuff. So, you know what? Let's get started. I'm excited. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Just help the channel out a lot. Let me know if any recommendations in the comment section below of how you'd like to see me arrange this in the future. Thoughts on the current lineup versus the old one and all that good stuff. Now let's get started on this actual build / project, folks. All right. The new Great Hall has been placed. Overall, and I can do a closer up video in a little bit, I just kind of wanted to show off the overall general view, kind of the vibe I'm going for. So essentially, most of it has changed. I had to move everything to the right because this Great Hall is way bigger in, like, not in person, but like in retrospect to the previous one. It's a completely different feel. So I kept it straight on rather than have the other one crooked. I have about half of a base plate on this side of blue, essentially, or basically whatever I want to do with this. Now, I didn't want to take away from the Quidditch pitch, which is going to be about a base plate and a half. So what I might end up doing when I Mills plate this for the Quidditch pitch is I can cut it here and make one giant Mills plate out of it. So that might be what I end up doing. I'll just cut this, like, not literally, but I'll just kind of leave it from here on out. Is going to be green base plate, at least on top. I don't really care what the bottom looks like, but when I Mills plate it, it'll probably be one massive Quidditch pitch. I did keep the Owlery in the background, since I believe, map-wise, when you look up like a map of Hogwarts, I believe that is off campus, so to speak. So I just have that in the background. I do want to build a little platform for it and raise it up, but I'm going to wait until everything's Mills plated and the Quidditch pitch is in, just to see how big I want to do it. Worst case scenario, maybe I'll buy 2 of those. Like in addition to that, maybe I'll build a giant Owlery or something. With the actual Great Hall, I had to raise it by 2 bricks. So I lined the entire bottom in these dark bluish gray, removed one of the IKEA boxes down here, and replaced it with this. Now the back is hollowed out for now, right behind this. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I'm going to see how wide the gap is. In worst case scenario, maybe I can build a little platform using the pieces that I've moved. And then I did build a small base plate platform for the boathouse as well, leaving it open so the boats can actually go in and out. Have the little flying fish over here, a couple of the boats on the side. I've added some minifigures. I've added a bunch of the kids coming through the corridors here, a couple watching with Dumbledore, Draco and Blaze arguing outside, McGonagall greeting some students at the professor, all Vector from the new set, and then Professor Quirrell kind of hidden off in the background. And then as for the minifigures, I pretty much used almost all of them, except for Harry, Ron, and Hermione, which I don't really have room for anywhere, so I did leave them out for now. And then up top, I added the giant cave troll to the top, similar with what I'm going to have to do with Maui for my Disney display that I'm currently working on. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Obviously, there's the glaring thing of this is way better looking than mine. I know this was part one of all this, but the reason that I did it basic, I don't want to have to redo this every month for this, and it's expensive enough just doing 2x2s and 2x4s in dark bluish gray, let alone the entire rest of this. I'm also standing on a little step ladder, so if I'm awkwardly, like barely on camera, that's why. So for now, this is kind of the layout I'm going to go with. It's a little open in the back here, but I can only do so much with the allotted space currently. I'm really excited to see what the next piece is, because the Great Hall obviously has a giant tower usually attached to it, and that's not something they included in this set compared to the old one. So I kind of have like this old tower from who knows what. I think it's the Whomping Willow set, kind of just sitting there with the astronomy tower, the clock tower in the background. So for now, I'm kind of happy with it. Obviously, it's not perfect. I wish that rock would match, but I'm also hesitating spending all of this money on rock work when they're just going to get replaced, you know, potentially in a few months, in August to December, if they decide to release any more Harry Potter sets. Plus, this will be blocked by the Dumbstrad ship in the next few hours, probably. If I start that build next, I'm honestly not 100% sure what my order is going to be, but I have about 15 more sets already under my desk over here under the city, so got a lot of stuff going on. But this is going to be my big project for the next month to two, and then we'll just add on from there. Obviously, the scenes are a lot of fun, and Hagrid's missing because I dropped the cave troll and it like exploded Hagrid, so I literally, he flew across my room. I have to go dig him out of Barad-dûr, ironically. So Hagrid's taken a very frightful road trip, but for now, I am going to leave it here. I'm happy with it. I mean, the Great Hall looks fantastic. Obviously, there's more to be done, but for now, I'm going to see how everything turns out. I still need the Triwizard Tournament sitting over here with the Black Lake set, the Quidditch pitch over here, Hungarian Horntail, and the Bobaton's carriage flying over this, plus maybe some brooms going around. Maybe I'll hide the Dementor somewhere. Over here, we're going to have the Dumbstrad ship, and then I still have to do the rest of the Forbidden Forest. I have to finish texturizing Hagrid's hut when that gets here, so trust me, I've got a lot of videos coming for Harry Potter, but, and I said this in my Barad-dûr project, I'm starting the Battle of the Black Gate. That is an obscenely hard to do, an obscenely expensive set. I'm talking like 5 minifigures are the price of the Great Hall. So like it's crazy how expensive and long that hobby is going to take me over there, but this gives me some time to focus on the Harry Potter stuff, because I'm actually to a point now where it's a lot of customization and a lot of like, I can texturize now, I can base plate. The Quidditch pitch cost me $100 to essentially get round one going, so not too bad in the grand scheme of where I am at in my collection. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. It is massive. I mean, that is a big project going on right here, and I'm excited for that ship just to cover this up a little bit. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now I'll give you guys a little bit of a closer look at the base plate down here, and then I'll get you guys going. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's neat. I like it. I am happy with it. Sorry again for the weird angle, but we do what we gotta do here. Alright, so when I said it, I had to raise it by 2 bricks. Essentially just all the way around. I did these 2x2s, 2x4s, 1x1s, basically whatever, and tried to throw some weird patterns in there like they're broken up rocks. But overall, is it perfect? Absolutely not. What I might end up doing is just lining dark blue, like almost a Mills plate, but build around it. I think I could do that in the future, and of course, I'm sure Dumbledore will assist with the progress, but overall, we got the staircase here leading down. Normal connector, all I did was raise the bottom step up just a little bit. It does overhang here. There's not really much I could do about that. It is what it is. And then going throughout, we'll block that up in a little bit. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another Harry Potter update. Again, feel free to check out the rest of the playlist and the rest of my channel. I've got tons of builds and good stuff coming up very soon. And there's Professor Quirrell all the way in the back. So thank you guys so much. That thing is the original Great Hall overview. Our review, just finishing up with my editor, so that's pretty cool. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy building, everybody.